And so is Claudell Washington stepping in to lead off. Claudell batting .317. Doing a good job for the Yankees. 3 homers, 13 RBIs. Woo, good fastball. Foul tip. Washington asking the umpire where it was, and he said it was a good strike. Swung right through it. This kid is a good strikeout pitcher. He's averaged over 150 strikeouts here. There's one ripped right at the right fielder. Holy cow, couldn't hit it any harder, and he didn't have to move. That's Mike Kingery out there, the young man Bill White was talking about. How could Abner Doubleday know just where to put the outfield until the computers?
Well, Dick Williams knows where to put.
Oh, Dick. All right, here's Willie Randolph.
You can put him anywhere you want out there.
No, that's true. But they always seem to be in the wrong spot for the hitters. Willie hitting .292. 6 doubles, a triple, a homer, and 18 RBIs. Ball 1. And he is really having a consistently good year.
Well, that's been Randolph over all the years he's been with the Yankees, 11 years. Just pencil his name in at second base and let him go.
Right. He held up. He's always had that good eye. 2 balls, no strikes. Willie was torn. He was one of the fellows that almost didn't sign and become a free agent and would have been sitting out until May the 1st. But he decided to sign. He wasn't embarrassed with what he got. That's high. 3-0. Mariners really came back to win a big ball game before the biggest crowd of the year. That always brings fans back in. And there's a strike, 3-1.
They had 42,570. That's the biggest crowd that I've seen.
It is
here in the Kingdom.
Biggest one this year too, and they expected more than that today, but they're a little disappointed. Good crowd down below, but the upper deck. Strike 2, full count, 3-2. Willie has walked 26 times this year. Ball 4, and that was close. Woo. So the first base runner of the ball game, Willie Randolph. And now the batter, Don Mattingly. And as White told you, he is starting to hit now. And the average coming up, he is up to 264, which doesn't sound much for Mattingly, but he was down in the 230s a few games ago. Got 10 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, 31 runs batted in. He's right up there with the league leaders in RBIs. And Willie dances back. Randolph has 6 stolen bases. He had 2 last night. Had a good lead, 1 foot on the carpet. And a base hit. And Randolph's going to go to third. No, he's not. And a throw and back from good play by the center fielder, John Moses. Well, you talk about a rising line drive, White.
Well, that's the Mattingly that we know. Hitting, if you pitch him away, he'll go to the opposite field. If you pitch him inside, he's quick enough to pull the ball. This ball is down and away, and Mattingly just rips it over the head of Quinones, the shortstop. And you mentioned John Moses, the center fielder, made a fine play. Maybe next time Randolph will be able to fake him.
That's right. And then
I saw the late Jackie Robinson do that many times.
Oh, he was great at that. Why Willie is not at third is he had to hesitate because the ball looked catchable. Here's Pasqua, and he is due to break out of it. He has been in a rough slump. And takes the strike. Danny hitting 158. 1 double, 2 homers, 7 runs batted in. He is so strong. If he can just get the confidence and swing that bat and not take too many good pitches, he really helped his ball. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know whether he's looking for a pitch in a certain location or what.
Well, he doesn't like the ball inside. He does not like that ball inside, even down and in, where most left-handers like the ball. He doesn't like it.
That was perfect. I figured he'd rip that one right out of here. He's going to have to learn how to like it, or they're going to run him right out of the league. These pitchers got their own club, you know, their own union. Word gets around. Oh, man, now that showed me some pretty good patience there. Well, usually when you got 2 strikes on you and you're upset, you swing at a bad pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out game just underway. You always like to win on getaway day. Makes the trip more pleasant. Low, 2-2. See all the controversy with the long ball, with the home run? Got some great quotes here by the ball players to why everybody's hitting so many home runs. I hate to say that the ball is lively. And rips it, and the center field will be in for a base hit. And Randolph's going to no, they hold him up. Holy cow.
Well, he had to wait to see whether the ball would carry to John Moses, and then Mike Ferraro wisely held him at third base. I think Moses might have had a chance to catch that ball. He sort of didn't really play it aggressively in center field. Oh, yes, he did. He couldn't get to it. But I think he might have come a little closer.
He would have come very close.
Gave up quickly.
Yeah, he started right away. Now Dave Winfield, who, by the way, is playing in his 2000th game today. Dave's having a good year.
Over 300, 7 home runs, 24 runs batted in, playing an excellent right field.
Oh, boy, he always does that. He pinch hit last night, hit that double, driving 2 runs. All right, Mike Moore, bases loaded, 1 man out. Yankees with a chance to bust this wide open right here. Low, nice play by Dave Valley. There's a name that's a strange name to me, at least, Dave Valley behind the plate. Youngster who's doing the catching. Scott Bradley is here, and Kearney is here, but Valley getting the call today. And oh, it's going to be a base hit. Holy cow! Thanks for the artificial surface. A single, 2 RBI. And the Yankees lead 2-0 on what could have been an inning-ending double.
Well, I just don't like these kind of fields. It's not baseball. It's not baseball at all.
I mean, this is a riot. Looks like a golf ball.
They're playing basketball. Yeah. By the way, the Celtics also won today.
Yes, they did.
They beat the Milwaukee Bucks. Now you get 2 runs on what would normally be a routine double play.
The pitcher makes a good pitch and you penalize. And there's that lousy ball we were talking about. Tony Kubek says the seams are stitched tighter. They get more home runs.
Well, somebody said they're giving steroids to the trees.
Yeah, that's right, because Whitey Herzog said the bats are livelier. And Lombardozzi with the Twins says, yeah, they're giving shots of steroids to the trees.
Well, a lot of the guys now are using those thin-handled bats for bat speed, and the ball is made a little better. And plus, all these guys now lifting weights.
That's another point they say. Oh, Diamond Vision in Shea Stadium, in Baltimore, where they put the Diamond Vision screen, it's cut the wind down, and Baltimore's really on a home run tear. They just tied a Major League homer mark.
Yeah, well, they did it in Anaheim.
Yeah, but I mean, they hit most of them in Baltimore. But they did say, Connie reminded me, oh, there's a perfect double play ball. And they get the double play. What could have been a big inning turns into a pretty good inning.
Pasqua should have let that ball hit him.
That's right. Yankees pick up 2 runs. And in the middle of the first, the Yankees 2 and the Mariners coming to bat.
Here are the Yankees defensively. Don Mattingly is at first base. Captain Willie Randolph at second. Wayne Tolleson the shortstop. And Mike Pagliarulo is at third. Dan Pasqua in left. Claudell Washington in center field. Dave Winfield is the right fielder. Rick Cerrone catching. And on the mound, knuckleballer Joe Niekro. Niekro making his 5th start. He has a complete game. He's gone 25 1/3 innings, given up 9 earned runs. His ERA 3.20. He's won a game, lost 2, struck out 13, walked 10. So Joe Niekro will be looking to even his record out at 2 wins apiece and give the Yankees a 2-1 lead in this series and the win of the series here in the Kingdome. Scooter?
All right, and Seattle's just a half a game out of first place in the American League West behind Kansas City. It was really surprising. And Bo Jackson is still holding up strong. I'm glad to see that. I mean,
He's hitting in the 270s. They've got some bad news,
290,
though.
290 something.
290. George Brett just
yeah.
gone back on the disabled list for the Kansas City Royals.
Ooh, he
Came back from
might have tore some
a
ligaments.
rib injury, and now he's got a bad knee.
Well, that's that artificial surface again. There's a ball outside, ball one. It's happened in football so many times where the cleats catch in the seam or something, and there goes the knee. Here is John Moses. He's got a lot of speed. And Moses hitting 275, a switch hitter. 2 balls, no strikes. He has 3 doubles, 2 triples, a homer, 11 runs batted in, and 11 stolen bases, though he's been caught 5 times. And slice to left field. Pasqua playing him perfectly. On the fair ball it was, too. That would have been trouble. 1 away. So Moses is out of there. And now Phil Bradley.
Oh, he's having a hard time getting started this spring, too.
Boy, he's a good ball player, too. I mean, he's batting only 173, but they say he's doing a lot of things to help the club, so it has his low batting average hasn't hurt his hustle. And there's a base hit rip to right center. And Winfield gets it in quickly. Well, I was just talking about Bradley being in a slump, and he lines a single to right center. Now he is really fast. Yeah, the outfielders get a break here. You see the ball come up, and Winfield throws off balance. So Mattingly holds the bag against Bradley, who's got 14 stolen bases, only been caught twice. And here's that youngster, Mike Kingery, batting 291, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 16 runs batted in. You know, Bradley's got a big lead when he dives back head first. And again, so Niekro figuring he might be wanting to run.
Oh, he has 14 stolen bases. Been caught twice.
He's really keeping an eye on him.
Henderson has been stealing bases in bunches lately.
Yeah, Ricky, he sure has.
He now has
ball
20,
in, strike one.
Sorry, he now has 23 and hasn't been caught yet. 5 in the first 2 games of this series.
All right, there's Kingery. He's just 25. 6 feet tall. St. James, Minnesota. A little quicker move that time. Tagged by Mattingly. Strange wide stance by Bradley. Couldn't kick it. Oh, good knuckleball fouled off. And off Cerrone's glove. 0-2. Whoa, did that move? I don't even think he fouled it.
Didn't look like he fouled it. No, it didn't look like he fouled it.
Wow, did that break? Oh. 1 man out. Yanks lead 2-0 in the bottom of the first. In beautiful Seattle. I'll tell you, this is. And he just does get back. Wide stance. Wouldn't you think that's a little unusual for a good base stealer?
Yes, because it takes you a long time to take that left leg and turn over,
Right.
unless you're going to make that little short step with your right leg and then turn, but then you lose a half second or so.
You do. He's really. Oh, now he was. Nice play by Cerrone on a knuckleball in the dirt. He had taken one lean towards first, so he couldn't have stolen that time. Cerrone looking into the bench. And Kingery wants to look at that baseball. John Shulak calling balls and strikes. Yankees go up right after the game, go down to Oakland. There goes Bradley. And he'll be in there. The knuckleball just took a little too long to get into Cerrone's glove.
Well, that's the way you attack a knuckleballer. Get men on base and start him. Here's Bradley. He did lift up the right foot, turned the left foot over, and got a big jump on the knuckleball, which obviously gets up there a little bit slower than the fastball.
Yeah, I tell you, that was a fastball. They'd have had him. So, stolen base number 15 for Bradley. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count on Kingery. There's Niekro. Foul, that'll be out of play. Pags will run out of room. Niekro was going over to cover third in case he caught it, and they tagged up at second. This ballpark was built, only cost $67 million. I say only because every other dome stadium has cost so much more. There's part of it. 316 down the left field line, 316 the right field line.
No frills.
No frills, and 410 in dead center. Struck him out. Whoa. That thing is dancing today, so maybe indoors is not too bad for a knuckleball pitcher. Look how much he missed that ball by.
Another angle.
Neat.
You notice Niekro's not throwing his knuckleball as hard as he had been.
You're right. I think that's Wilhelm.
Wilhelm has been working with him.
You're right, White.
This place is also the home of the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That's right. Phil Niekro hit Carlton Fisk twice in the game. And they had timed his fastball at about 50 miles an hour. And Phil, with tongue-in-cheek, says, I don't see how he's still standing up. If you're going to get hit, that's the pitch to get hit with. And here's a guy who got 2 big home runs and 5 RBIs last night to beat the Yankees. Ken Phelps. I think he leads the American League in homers with 12. And he's got 29 RBIs. And there's a knuckleball over. 1-1. 2 men out.
Brian Downing and Pete Incaviglia, Mark McGuire, and Cal Ripken all have 11.
Okay. He used to have a lot of power to left center, and all of a sudden he's starting to pull the ball. Both home runs were deep to right field.
Well, you know, he's not a fastball hitter. He's not a good. He swings late on the ball.
Well, that's why he hit him in left field.
Yep.
Little high, 2-1. So then maybe the knuckleball might be dangerous to throw him.
Yes, because he waits, and he can pull anything slow. If you hang a curveball or you've got a 80-mile-an-hour fastball, but then he likes the ball out over the plate. You can throw that fastball in on him.
Oh, and he gets away from Cerrone, and Bradley will go to third. So that could be a pass ball. It did not hit the ground, I don't believe. Look at it again. Yeah.
Whoa, no, it hit him on the heel of the glove. Yep. Just kicked out. Pass ball.
Okay. That's tough. It didn't get in the pocket. He saw it get on the bottom of the thumb of that big glove, and that's what's dangerous about the oversized glove. No feeling up around the thumb. 3-1. Oh, nice play by Cerrone, and they walked him. Good play by Rick.
That's not a bad strategy there, because you've got a guy like Phelps, who we talked about how he likes the ball not coming in too fast. We looked at Cerrone's glove. Pitch around him.
That's right.
Pitch to the right-hander here, Presley.
All right. I go for that, even though Presley is hitting .283 with 4 doubles, 2 triples, 7 homers, and 27 runs batted in. Got to go with the percentages.
And he's a fastball hitter, doesn't like the breaking ball, hits the ball. Gets that fastball out into the right side, too.
He had a home run last night. First and third. 2 out. Yanks lead 2-0. Bottom of the first. Oh, man, that thing is moving. I'd hate to be catching there tonight.
I'd hate to be catching it and have you catching for me tonight, too.
I did a little catching in my high school.
Oh, come on.
Yes, I'm all
I
right.
thought you were quarterback.
That's right, and I caught too without a miss. That's why my nose is the way it is, without a miss. Ground ball, base hit. Boy, I tell you, he got a knuckleball down low and away and hit it right up the middle.
There's that pool table again.
Yep. Just breaking it. I'm telling you, these guys are hitting good pitches. So, Bradley scores. Phelps stopped at second. Presley at first, and the batter, Alvin Davis. Alvin hitting .290. 8 doubles, 2 homers, 18 runs batted in. He is a good ball player. We've always liked him. 2 out and 2 on. Ball 1. One ball, one strike. That thing really broke. Boy, they missed by 6-7 inches on that, but that's why it's tough for Cerrone. It was almost a no-hitter yesterday, White, with that Charlie Leibrandt.
You see where that kid Schroeder apologized for breaking up a no-hitter?
Holy cow. You know, I don't think the manager would like that. At least if I were managing. 2 balls and a strike. He beat out a bunt in the 6th inning.
Let's pause 10 seconds along the Yankee Baseball Network for station identification.
Tried to sneak the fastball by him and didn't do it, so now it's 3-1 with 2 out and 2 on. Let's see. They got Phelps running, or they'll wait for the 3-2 count. There they are, runners at first and second. And Davis got a shot to look for the fastball. They don't go, and he gave him a knuckleball, and he swings and misses, so he was looking for the fastball. 3-2. 2 out, the runners will be going. 2-1 Yankees lead here, bottom of the first. That's the pool table that White was talking about. Green AstroTurf they use here. The runners go, and it's fouled off. You know, it doesn't sound like it's too high. You know what? It's 250 feet to the apex and 133 feet 6 inches to those things hanging down there.
Speakers.
And I guess it's tough to hit a ball that high.
This place where Bob Watson hit it into the bleach, into those speakers.
Runners go, and it's ball 4, and he gets by Cerrone. And Phelps. Now, if it was a little faster, he might have tried it. Oh, man. No wild pitch there because it's ball 4. The runners advance anyway, but they... and here comes Mark Connor out to have a little chat with Nico. His knuckleball is just... he might have to throw it a little harder, White. It's breaking too much.
Well, I don't know what Connor can say because he's just throwing that knuckleball and just dipping down, going all over the place. Here, Cerrone actually probably should have moved his body a little bit more. You got to move your feet also to bounce around, get in front of the ball with your body, not just turn.
No, that's right.
He's got to be a little quicker with the feet to get the body and that chest protector in front of that baseball, especially now with a man at third base.
He's going to have to throw a few more fastballs, too.
Well, I'm not sure about that now.
Well, I mean,
might get hurt. Hey, this kid from Bayside.
He is?
Yep.
Oh.
Graduated from Holy Cross High School in Flushing.
All right, Dave Valley hitting .234. Knuckleball just missed. Ooh, that looked like a good pitch. He's got 3 doubles, 3 homers, and 9 runs batted in. Solidly built kid. He's got to be throwing a fastball right around here. Nope, not this one. And ripped to left and fair ball. Holy cow. Oh, Tollefson for some reason did not alertly turn around and throw the ball. And Valley just ripped a knuckleball for a double to drive in 2, and the Mariners lead 3-2.
That ball well inside the line, and will bounce back to Pasqua. Couple of run score on that double by Baysides. Dave Valley. See the third base coach, Ozzie Virgil. When we played together, he was 2 years younger than me.
And now?
He's 2 years older.
A lot of ball players are vain about their age. All right, 3-2. The Yankees trail now, and a knuckleball almost gets away from Cerrone. And Quinones. Say that again, Mike.
Quinones.
Quinones, okay.
By the way, Virgil's son, Ozzie Jr., is having a fine year for the Atlanta Braves.
He really is. He's on a homer tear himself. There's the fastball, and Pags has got it. He almost came home, but forgot the outs, and then throws to Mattingly. Wow. That could have been disastrous. So they pick up 3 runs. And at the end of 1, it's the Mariners 3 and the Yankees 2. All right, Pags will lead it off for the Yankees here. In the top of the second, they trail in a hurry, 3-2. And the pitch is in, strike 1 call. I tell you, in batting practice, Pags must have hit 20 in the seats, all over, all fields, left, center, right, up a deck.
That was 2 hours ago.
I know. I don't like to see that myself. Of course, you get that strong feeling, but that's all fastballs, and you know what's coming.
Gives you bad habits, too.
That's right. He's batting 157, 3 doubles, 5 homers. Well, he's got the stroke now. That'll be a double. He's going to have to hustle. Whoa, he's really going to have to hustle. And whoa, the ball didn't quite come up, and Pags is lucky. A double. But that's what happens when you run hard. You force him into throwing. Double for Pags.
Kingery makes a good throw here, and all he does is to start it towards second base and watch it. Nice bounce, because you don't get a bad bounce off this
that's
carpet
right.
if you throw the ball where you should throw it.
Yeah, I think he tried to tag him before he had the ball.
Well, the throw was off the line, too, a little bit. See him coming over here?
All right. And Cerrone bounces it foul, strike 1. This could be one of those 15-14 games the way it's starting off. Rick hitting 182. 2 doubles and 2 runs batted in. You would think a day game after a night game. Everybody be a little tired and sleepy and be a low-scoring game. Whoa, they got a play on. Pags. He gets back. Shortstop's first name is Ray, spelled R-E-Y. There's Moore. Take Moore, the big right-hander. 1-1. Number 13, Mike Pagliarulo. And right back to the pitcher. And they force him back. Now, there's the time on that pitch. Rick had to go to right field. Slider going away from him. He tried to pull it. Try to advance that runner some way. And here's Wayne Tollefson, who got his first homer of the year. First homer as a Yankee. The other night, he's batting .278 with 3 doubles at 1 homer and 5 runs batted in. 1 man out. Strike 1. Pitching those left-handers inside.
Well, he's getting a good call, too, from the umpires on those pitches inside.
Now back on 2. Allison has done an excellent job since coming over to the Yankees. It's a lot better left-handed than right-handed. Low, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Is that a new logo on the Mariners caps? I believe so.
Yes, it is. I think the whole uniform is brand new. Oh, man, a slider in and down. He followed right off his foot or instant. Hope he doesn't have any bunions. Watch this. Ooh. Those shoes are like a glove, and there's no protection whatsoever when it hits you there. Gene Monahan came running out. Yeah, they give. It's like wearing a slipper. Ball and 2 strikes. Looking around, checking the defense. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There they are. It's good when you're on second to look around, and then you'll know on a base hit or a ground ball.
They've got the outfield really swung around toward the left and playing shallow. You'd have a hard time scoring on a single.
Right, there they are. Big gap down that right field line. That's foul.
There's a final Kansas City edge Milwaukee.
Oh, no. That's 11 in a row now the Brewers have lost after winning their first 13.
That really makes you sad, huh?
No, you know, I mean it does. I mean, I want to see teams lose and the Yankees win and finish first, but...
But what?
I like Milwaukee. I like that town. Got a lot of good golfing buddies there. Holy cow, he got away with that, I think. He did not swing, but it looked like a pretty good pitch. And it's 3-2.
Jim McKean, third base umpire.
I don't think he swung, but this looked... No. Ooh.
No, he stopped it.
Yes, he stopped the swing, right. All right. Full count, 1 out. There's the first and second base defense, and struck him out one after a bad pitch. We have mentioned that so many times with 3-1 or 2-1, you can take a pitch out of the strike zone, but something happens on 3-2, White.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to be called out.
Yeah.
Anything close, you're going to be hacking at.
All right, here's Claudel. Washington fly to right his first time up. He hit a bullet right at the right fielder. Mariners lead 3-2 here in the top of the second. Foul back, strike 1. Can't wait to sink my teeth into some of that Seattle salmon tonight, White.
You're not going to California?
Yes, but not tonight. 1-1.
Got a lot of good restaurants here.
Oh, terrific restaurants.
Dungeness Crab.
Oh, they're really great. And the same way they got them in San Francisco, too.
Louis duck stew.
Now, that I don't know. That And rip base hit to right field. That'll tie it up. And now Washington's going to try for 2, and he's going to be out. No, he's safe. Holy cow. Now watch.
That ball got past Davis before he could get his glove down. Alvin is not a good fielder at first base. There's Kingery playing the ball barehanded off the wall. A little too much of an arc.
If he'd have thrown that 1-bounce skip, they might have had him. He is safe. So 2 doubles. We got a tie ball game, 3 apiece. And Willie Randolph, who walked and scored, will be the batter. Two men out. Ball 1. Deep breath by Willie. Hasn't changed that stance since he came up. That's consistency. That's having a lot of faith in his stance. He's deep in the box. I think he's got 5 hits already and 3 runs, and Mariners 3 hits and 3 runs. There's Lordell at second. Broken bat ground. It's going to be a tough play for Quinones, and he can't get him. I don't know why Davis came off the bag.
Well, he didn't want the ball to short hop and get past him and go back by the wall and a run to score. He realized the ball was not going to get there, and it was going to hit on.
So?
Yeah, and it's going to hit on the dirt.
Wait a minute. Watch this. Get your hand out. Watch this throw.
It's going to hit on the dirt if he doesn't
Wait a minute.
go out to
Wait
get
a minute.
it.
You're right.
And if it hits on the dirt, it might get past him. If it hits on the artificial surface, it'll be a nice hop to him. So I think Davis made the right play there.
You're right. You're right. 3,000 miles either way. All right. So now Don Mattingly, who has been red hot, lined a single to left center his first time up and scored a run. 2 men are out. First and third for the Yankees. Time is called. Didn't look like Mattingly was comfortable in it. At third, Claudell Washington. Willie Randolph at first. The way the Yankees are playing now, it looks like they're all going to run at any given time. Low, ball 1. You wonder if Dick Williams might have in the back of his mind semi-intentionally walk Mattingly. No?
No, I don't think so.
Was that Big Frank Howard there?
That's Frank Howard, the first base coach.
Oh,
Billy Connor, the pitching coach on this side.
Did he get enough of it? Did he get enough of it?
Nope.
No, son of a gun, right at the New York. You see that New York pennant? Holy cow, now that was tantalizing. Mattingly thought he had it. I thought he had it. They pick up a run, and at the end of an inning and a half, it's the Mariners 3 and the Yankees 3, and we now pause for station identification.
Well, back here at the Kingdome in Seattle, the Yankees and the Mariners tied 3-3, and Harold Reynolds leads off for the Sailors. Scooter.
All right, Reynolds batting .298. Has himself 6 doubles, 2 triples, no homers, 8 runs batted in. And he has stolen 9 bases. And cut down 6 times, though. And the switch hitter takes a knuckleball, strike 1. Well, he bats better right-handed than left-handed. Line, all right, at Mattingly. Oh, I tell you, the pitchers are in for a rough time, if this is any indication.
But Mattingly playing in close to take the bunt away from Reynolds, and he's right there in the baseline.
Don Mattingly.
He also shortens up for Moses, but not as close as he played for Reynolds.
Right, Moses fly to left, hit a line drive his first time up, and he loops one to center for a base hit. Everybody's got their hitting shoes on today. There have already been 10 hits in the ball game. This is just the bottom of the second inning. And now Phil Bradley, who's single to right center field. And he stole a base and scored the first run for the Mariners. One man out. Cody Moses likes to run. He's stolen 11 bases. Nico's going to have to quick pitch, throw a couple of more fastballs. They are taking big leads over there. 1 foot on the carpet, 1 foot on the dirt. A little closer. With that glove. One man out, a tie ball game, 3-3 here, bottom of the second. Strike.
Well, the Yankees get some action in their bullpen. Pat Clement's up and throwing.
Pitch out. Oh. 1 ball, 1 strike.
He must have seen Cerrone bounce out quickly there because he took a half step and then stopped. Moses at first base. He ought to go on this one now. You don't pitch out twice in a row, not
right.
normally. If he has any intention of going.
I think you're right. I think he's got ideas. There's Lou Piniella. It's one of those fields where the dugout is field level. There he goes. And again the knuckleball, and he's out. Holy cow. It had to be a perfect throw, and it was. White, that was unbelievable.
It was right on the money. All Randolph had to do was catch the ball, and Moses slid right into it. Here it is again. Moses with a good jump. Looks like he's running well. Ball is right there. He slid right into it.
Man.
Might have slid under it.
He might have. He might have
But
taken
as long as the ball beats you there, you're out.
Right. So Rick is having a tough time because that knuckleball takes a little longer to get up there. Good throw. And there's the strike. The count is 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men out. It's 2 and 2, not 3 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 men out, nobody on. Outside 3 and 2. Oh, 1 for 2 today. Bradley stole a base, and Moses thrown out. Struck him out. Good knuckleball. So nothing across and nobody left at the end of 2. It's the Yankees 3 and the Mariners 3. Denny Pasqua will lead it off. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. He singled to center field his first time up. And bounces this one weakly to first base. Davis makes the catch. And there's 1 away. 1 away. And the voice of Park Avenue, Billy Martin, has joined us, White.
Park Avenue?
That was
Manhattan.
He's gone highbrow on us.
Oh.
Yeah. Brownstone and
the Price is Right down there.
Price is Right. A lot of friends. If you're going to have them, that's a good place to have them on. I like Park Avenue. A little out of my rent district, but I like it. Here's Big Dave. We talked about that article, Billy, in the paper about the lively baseball.
Yeah.
Winfield has proved a point with that.
Yeah, and that hopper over third base.
That isn't a lively ball. That's a lively surface here.
Surface, too, yes, but the ball is...
I think they have to redo the surface here. I was out there today with a clinic, and it's very poor out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, it is. Soft spots.
Well, this is a new one, too. They had to take the other one up. They had a lot of seams. Some of the Yankees had a lot of trouble here. And the old one had a lot of seams.
Oh, man, look at that. That's by third base there.
That's foul territory, though, isn't it? That's in foul territory going down third.
It was?
Yeah.
Wow, there's 2 strikes, by the way. They call that first pitch a strike to Winfield?
Well, the way things are going, I don't think either pitcher is going to see the 5th inning.
No, that's what I said. No. Might have to give them each of the pitchers a bunch of bananas, Martin, and send them home. Is that what you did the clinic for today?
Yes, it was a coaches clinic for Little League coaches.
Oh, great. That was the 10,000 that were out there today?
No, these were just coaches.
Oh.
They were very good, really.
Oh. You did a clinic yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
course, Connie saw you on TV.
Yeah, I had all the...
Oh, did he lay off? No! Oh, Winfield thought he did, but the first base umpire called him out. Tim McClellan. Let's see if he did. Yeah, I guess he did. Just barely broke his wrist over the plate. I don't see how the umpire could see that. 2 men out. And
You
now
saw it.
Yeah, but we got the benefit of a slow motion instant replay. Gary Ward hit into a big double play in the first inning. Took the Yankees out of a big inning. Ball 1. 3-3 to him.
Looks like a decent crowd, doesn't it?
Yes, but they're a little disappointed. They expected close to 50 today after 42 last night.
And winning, too, last
And winning in a big way and giving so many things away. They got more giveaways today.
This is autographed baseball day, by the way.
Right. And Little League Day, 10,000 Little Leaguers, and Senior Citizen Day. You get 2 senior citizens in for the price of 1.
Who came with you?
And a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Listen, Mike, don't get on me. Goes all the way out.
Getting on you.
And that lousy plane ride I had. I was trying to think of nice names to call Connie because after about the 3rd hour, I got scared. I felt like jumping off the plane. You know, like you get claustrophobia.
What happened?
I got to call our distinguished English teacher, Bob Shepard, and ask him, Connie's got us on the, I better be careful. Ask him how to pronounce it. Is it claustrophobia or claustrophobia? But that's what I had on the plane. And he's out of there. Ball, strike 3. So, 3 up, 3 down. And at the end of 2.5, it's the Yankees 3 and the Mariners 3. All right, Mike Kingery leads it off in a knuckleball. I thought it hit him in the foot, but it hit the ground, hit Cerrone, bounced away. Kingery struck out his first time up. Billy Martin, your buddy Dick Williams has done a pretty good job revamping this whole club.
Yes, he has, Phil. I'll tell you what he's done. It always shows up in the end. They're doing the basics right now that they never did before. They hit the cutoff guys. They're doing everything, the little things that win you ball games, and he's a stickler for that, and it's starting to show.
You're right. Bill White mentioned the same thing early on in the program. And I said, if you do those things right, you never get embarrassed. If you lose, it'll be a close ball game. And that's what the fans want to see. Good baseball.
That's correct. Of course, he'll never win a popularity vote with the players because he's making them work. They don't like to work sometimes.
Well, you had a good theory on that, 3-0. I remember you telling me that all the players can't like you, so you want to make sure that the ones playing every day
That's correct.
are the ones that want to take care of. There's a strike, 3-1.
They're going to be unhappy for one reason or another. You know, some guys complain if they got hung with a dirty rope. So,
Never heard that one before. Popped him up. And Pasqua will move over to his right. And there's 1 man out.
the guys that play every day and the guys that pitch in their rotation and the relief pitchers, they'll be happy. The ones that have to sit the bench, they're going to be discontented, and that's where your problem lies.
Right. But yet you want them to be a little discontented. You want them to say, I want to play, but you don't want to disrupt the rest of the players.
That's correct. But what they do, Phil, is they'll second guess everything, and they don't look at it like you're saying right now.
All right, here's Ken Phelps, who walked and scored in the first inning. I tell you, Rick is really having a tough time today. Because I didn't think that a knuckleball would break this well indoors. It's break well, but how are these guys hitting it?
Not really. I never thought. I thought you always had to have a little air, a little movement or something to have a good knuckleball. But apparently, you don't.
No, he's got a good one today. I tell you, Rick, he's going to have nightmares tonight. He'll be boxing butterflies and oranges all night long. 2 balls, no strikes.
I think if I was a pitcher, Phil, Mr. Phelps would be hitting the dirt every once in a while.
Yeah, but he strides into that. Yeah, man.
Can't do that anymore.
Is he illegal?
Yep.
Look at this. Martin is right. You see this, White? Phelps has got 13 career hits against the Yankees, and 7 of them are home runs. Now that's taking advantage of nobody throwing at him. He's teeing off, digging in, and ho-ho! 3-0.
You're worse than I am.
I certainly am, White. I'm getting, and when I make this West Coast trip, I'm really mean.
No, I never said throw at anybody. I just said you got to move.
Oh,
back
wait a
and
minute. You
forth.
said it in a certain way. Here's the 3-0. You said it in...
I said you got to pitch inside. You got to move him back a little bit so you can pitch outside.
All right, he's making me the villain now, Martin.
Well, we'll have to talk about that a
Straighten
little
him
later
out.
on.
All right, ball 4. Second time Phelps walks, so he is being shown some respect after last night's 2 home runs.
You know, he's really not a pull hitter. His power is straight away into
White,
left field.
that's right. White said that too, eh?
It's a low ball hitter.
Yeah.
He's got some holes up there where you can pitch to him, but I think if you got his attention to let him know that you're going to be a little serious about him digging in on you, I think maybe that would change his tone a little bit.
I think you're right.
Well, how do you get his attention?
How about brushing him back just a little bit?
Oh, that White, he's trying to agitate.
I know he is.
All right, Jim Presley singled, drove in a run, and scored in the first inning.
I'm the only pacifist up there now.
Knuckleball is low. Ball 1.
You know, when they used to throw at us, Phil, and they hit you, you never even rub it. You walk down to first base, you wouldn't want them to let them know they hurt you, you know. Nowadays, coming close to somebody, they think it's all. It's cardinal sin.
I want to run out and fight right away.
Yeah. And the ball was outside.
Right? 2 balls, no strikes. And here comes Pinella.
Well, nobody's getting loose in the bullpen. I don't know what. I think Lou might be talking about pitch selection here because he has nobody getting loose. Now there's some movement. Clemens might get up again, but I think Lou is going to talk to Cerrone and Niekro about pitch selection more than anything else.
You know, I think White happens to be absolutely right because he's got to sneak a fastball once in a while, right? Otherwise, they're going to be looking for that knuckleball every pitch, which he is throwing every pitch.
Or a slider. Or
Yeah, right. Just something different, right, to break the routine.
Well, you remember what his brother did when he won his 300 game. He kept away from the knuckleball, which they're looking for all the time, through fastballs and sliders.
Yeah.
And we kept calling them knuckleballs.
But I can swear, I think they still were knuckleballs. The whole 9 innings, I know I did.
I think he threw one when he struck.
That's what he said, yeah.
I don't know who it was out. I think he threw one knuckleball. Oh, Jeff Burles.
All right, 2-0 the count now with 1 out, a runner at first, and the score tied 3-3. There's a fastball. 2 balls and a strike. Surprised him. It was right down Broadway, man.
Broadway or Park Avenue?
Park Avenue.
Thank you very much.
Park Avenue.
I
Much
appreciate that.
more desirable location.
Thank you.
2-1. Niekro almost stumbled off the mound.
Phil, weren't those kids exciting runs early before the game
They got
started?
such a thrill out of him. How many wanted to get on that mound? Touch third base. Good knuckleball. That gets away from Cerrone, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes, though. We'll have to wait and see if that hit the ground or not. Brick's already been charged with 1 fastball. He is really having a tough time. Let's see. Well, he put the glove down the wrong way, and that's why it hit the ground, but we'll have to see what the official score says.
They call that boxing ball.
Oh,
Fastball, too.
It is a fastball? Okay, that's his second. That is really boxing the ball there. 2 ball. They got a K corner out there, huh? 3-2.
Well, maybe I have a knuckleball pitcher on the mound. Last time I managed the Yankees, we had 2 of them back to back, and it does drive you a little crazy because you're 3-2, 2-0 on every batter.
It's rough. Little slider, and it just barely missed. Oh! So runners at first and second. That's 4th walk given up by Niekro. And now Alvin Davis, who walked his first time up. Clemens is out in the bullpen loosening up again. Not being called in. There is Pat Clemens with Jeff Torborg. All right, one out, first and second.
And Jeff has a CIA radio with him. Right?
There it
is. See that little walkie-talkie?
High ball one on Davis. Phelps at second. Good, strike one. I tell you, they look mesmerized when that fastball is thrown. Ball is striking and out. Tie ball game here. Bottom of the third. Just missed.
Pretty good pitch right there.
Yep, 2 balls and a strike. First and second for the Mariners. And a base hit to left field. They got a shot at boy, I tell you. Phelps would have scored, but he was looking at the third base coach who held him up. Didn't think that Pottsville was going to bobble the ball. Break for the Yankees. The bases are loaded.
Well, that's poor coaching. Now watch this. It's a line drive, like almost a 2-hopper to left field. The coach is not down the line far enough. And you bring the runner around, and then when he gets almost halfway, if he catches the ball, you know he can't make you stop him. But right there, that was very poor job of coaching by Berkman.
Great for the Yankees.
Yeah, very poor job.
All right, the bases are loaded with 2 men out, and Dave Valley, who doubled a drive in 2 runs his first time up, will be the batter. Only 1 man out here. Yankees need that big double play. And knock needs stance on this young kid. I don't know whether that was a little slider or a little knuckleball, but he swings and misses. Strike one. He kept it away there. See the defense and the bases loaded. Phelps at third, Presley at second, Alvin Davis at first. The Yankee infield in double play depth. And the score is tied. Foul back, 0-2. Oh,
This guy's an aggressive swimmer, isn't he?
sure is.
At high school, they hit 10 home runs one year.
Bayside, New York boy.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Big fella.
He is well built.
50, 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in as a senior.
Wow.
At Holy Cross High School in Flushing.
That's pretty good no matter where it is.
He probably only played about, 20 games.
Yep. Not a long season up north. All right, it's 0-2 now on Valley. Got him with a good knuckleball, and he's out of there.
That was a big out right there.
Boy, is that a big out. Now, that's when that knuckleball really comes in handy after you get a hit.
Well, the kid's got to learn, too. You just can't let it swing that hard with 2 strikes on you against the knuckleball. You got to protect the plate a little bit more to get a run in.
All right, that's strikeout number 3. The bases remain loaded.
That first base coach said if you say one word against him, Phil, he's coming after you.
Who?
Frank Howard.
I love him. Here's the shortstop, lines it. Just foul. Oh, man, that could have cleared the bases.
I managed him in Detroit, and the dugout wasn't large enough for him. I mean, he had to stoop to walk up and down the dugout.
And he does pace, doesn't he? He's like a caged tiger.
What a nice man.
Who's that hit, Mike? Quinones.
He's just as gentle as can be, but thank God for that.
That Ray Quinones.
Maybe it's Brower.
How do you pronounce that? Quinones?
Quinones, yeah. That's what White says. I have trouble with it. He bounced at third first time up. Oh, nice 1-hop pickup by Cerrone. 1-1.
Rick's got to keep that ball in front of him and get down on his knees, really, when you got a knuckleball pitcher. You can't just try to catch it. You got to block it.
Especially in this situation.
Yeah.
Yep. Big glove or no, and as White says, you got to move the legs too. He was trying to backhand a lot of them. And he pops it up, and it's playable. And reliable. Mattingly makes the catch, and they get out of that inning. So nothing across, and on the Turtle Wax scoreboard at the end of 3, it's the Yankees 3 and the Mariners 3. You got it, White.
Well, Mike Palmiero just hit the first pitch from Mike Moore and bounced to second. And Harold Reynolds threw him out. Here it is again. We'll get it back for you. Pitch down and in.
He jammed him a little bit.
Yes, he did. Got to be a little more selective, boy, here, and get you good pitching and have a field day.
Especially in this ballpark.
Top of the 4th.
Hey, White, I noticed the umpire had the watch there, and he wouldn't let that first pitch go till 2 minutes went by on it.
Commercial time.
I know it. Is that Connie Power?
No.
No? The commissioner. All right, Donald, don't get mad. I called you enough names on the plane.
Here's Rick Cerrone, 1 out, nobody on, and the count on Cerrone now is 1-1. The Yankees and the Mariners tied 3-3. The Yankees picked up 2 runs in the top of the first. Mariners came back with 3 in the bottom of the first, and the Yankees tied it in the second. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cerrone. There's Mike Moore. Right to the shortstop, Quinones. Takes his time, and there's 2 outs.
Well, that was a good pitch to hit, Billy.
2 strikes on a hitter. That's not a very good pitcher's pitch.
No.
Mike Moore doesn't impress me too much right now, Phil, at this point. I've just seen him a couple times, and I'm not very impressed.
No, not today. Of course, this is one of those days that the hitters are making the pitchers not look impressive.
Wayne Tolleson struck out in the second inning, and he takes the ball. Tolleson went after a high fastball that might have been on the strike zone. The Yankees tied it in that second inning. Palmiero led off with a double, and then Claudel Washington got him in with a 2-out double. That'll be caught by Quinones, and that'll retire the side. Little loop in the short. 3 up, 3 down at the end of 3.5 innings of play. The Yankees 3 and the Seattle Mariners 3. Tied 3-3, bottom of the 4th, and Harold Reynolds takes a bunt against Joe Niekro. Reynolds leading off with the Mariners. He's been up once and lined to Mattingly. And once again, Mattingly is playing in very close to first base for Harold Reynolds, right in the baseline.
And so is Randolph, kind of cheating a little bit in.
Palmiero in on the grass or the artificial surface. A little popper that Mattingly will catch. He might look like he might have had some trouble with the lights here.
Yep, because Randolph come over to help him, and also that looked like if Reynolds is that smart, looked like he was trying to hit it a little hard enough to get over the head of him.
I'd hate to wait 2 innings to hit and do a thing like this. The chief at bat. I'd be real mad at myself, you know. You really want to get up there and hit, and you bunted the ball like that, I think I'd be a little embarrassed.
Here's John Moses. He's lined to left and single to center field and got caught trying to steal on a perfect throw by Rick Cerrone, and that's a ball. Rubber game of this 3-game series. The Yankees won the opener, lost last night. On the road this year, they have won 9 and lost 11. Have an excellent record at home, 14-2.
Bill, I think we have a slight problem with our middle relief. We have to get the long relief pitchers to do a job for us, and they're not just doing it right now. And I think Lou's quite concerned about that.
Yeah.
Oh, they count 1 ball, 1 strike on John Moses. Hitting .278. 1 home run, 11 runs batted in. Now, home plate umpire John Shulock gives Joe Niekro a choice of baseball. I think the knuckleballer wants high seams if he can get them, or lower seams.
I think high seams. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, I think high seam, because you get a better grip on the ball, right?
One and one. Now it's 1-2. What did you like to throw from shortstop? High seams or low seams?
I don't think he ever held it that long. He got rid of it so quick.
I couldn't afford it with my arm weight. I just wish I had played on artificial surface.
You had a very accurate arm, though, Phil. Really.
Yeah, accurate, but not much on. But if I played here, I'd throw one bouncer.
You'd still get him out.
Yeah, because it skip off the...
You get the good hop off the artificial turf.
Right.
Struck him out. Moses down on strikes. That's a 4th strikeout for Joe Niekro.
Joe Collins would have caught every one of them. He used to tease about his short arms,
I
too.
did.
So with 2 outs, nobody on. Phil Bradley's the batter. He singled and scored and struck out. Mariners scored all three of their runs in the bottom half of the 1st inning off Joe Niekro. Ball 1.
How'd you like throwing demise?
The big cat.
Why'd they call him a cat? He never moved 2 inches.
He was a dandy, the big cat. Wait a minute, he led the league in fielding every year.
I know it. I caught 2 ground balls that were in foul territory by the time I got up to him. To my left. Ever throw back to first base?
I'd say he could hit, though.
You guys stay off the first baseman now.
He was a
Oh,
great hitter.
speaking of first baseman, Darnell Coles proved my point, Martin. The kid with Detroit,
Right. Third baseman?
third baseman. Barkey said, "You're having a terrible time over there. I'm going to put you at first." Coles said, "I don't want to go there. That's like a slap in the face putting me on first base."
After Evans just hit a ball in the center field bleachers, he benched Evans the next day and put Coles at first base.
Why is it that everybody that doesn't have a position to play, they put it first?
There's a fat ball. It's 2-2.
I think there used to be a theory, Phil, that your worst fielders, you put them at third base and first base, and you hope you get power production from that area. Of course, Bill being a first baseman, maybe that theory wasn't correct.
Oh, you got to be nice and kind to your wife.
Right. 3-2. Struck him out. 5 strikeouts for Joe Niekro, on the side is retired. We played 4. The Yankees 3, the Mariners 3.
It's part of the nice crowd here today. They haven't given me attendance yet.
Wonder will they count those 10,000 little leaguers?
No, I don't think so.
Here's a big leaguer, Cardell Washington, leading off in the 5th against Mike Moore, with the score tied 3-3. And that's a fair ball inside the first baseline. That'll be extra bases. So Claudell Washington gets his 2nd double of the ball game, leading off the 5th, and the Yankees have the go-ahead run down at second base.
Boy, I tell you, Claudell is a first ball hitter, and he has got a beautiful swing. He has really been making contact. And right inside.
That's a slider. Yeah, that was
right.
a slider, not the fastball.
Nope. This guy's made good plays off the wall, but he hasn't been able to throw anybody out yet.
Well, he's scaring him, though.
They haven't stopped yet. There's 3 doubles bouncing off the wall.
Willie Randolph, the batter, he's walked and scored, and an infield hit for Randolph, the deep short.
All right, now let's see how the Yankee captain gets. Washington a third by hook or crook, or scores him with a base hit. One way or the other. Or a bunt. Advance.
Bunt swing. That'll get the runner over.
Boy, a little harder. He'd had himself a base hit.
That'll be a sacrifice for Randolph, and a 1-3 putout, and the go-ahead run now is at third base with 1 away. By the way, earlier, Kansas City beat Milwaukee 3-2. And in the NBA, the Celtics 119. The Milwaukee Bucks 113. So the Celtics win that series 4-3, and they'll play the Detroit Pistons next. The NBA lottery today, Spurs, San Antonio, they get the first choice. Suns the second, Nets the third, and the Clippers. And the Knicks were scheduled to get number 5, but that'll go to Seattle as we look at Don Mattingly.
I'm telling you, they're pitching to Mattingly. It's hard for me to believe. They did it last inning. He just missed a 3-run homer. And they're doing it again with the infield back and 1 out.
Well, he has singled and scored and hit the ball to the wall in right center, as you mentioned, so he's 1 for 2 in the game. He's up to 267 now. Oh, and 2 on Don Mattingly.
You know, that bunt, that sacrifice bunt by Willie Randolph was the only sacrifice bunt other than the 3 by Joel Skinner. The Yankees have not done much bunting lately.
I don't think Pinella likes a bunt. Earl Weaver didn't like the bunt.
Earl Weaver didn't like it. He
Gene
didn't like
Mock loves a bunt.
Yogi didn't even like it. They took my job away from me. It cost me a lot of money, Yogi and Pinelli, on making me the bunting coach. Very frustrating.
Nobody likes a bunt anymore.
I know it.
2 strikes on Mattingly. Good slider down and in. 1 and 2. Mattingly number 2 in runs batted in the American League. He has 31. Cal Ripken Jr. has 34 for the Baltimore Orioles. 2 and 2. Of course, Ripken had most of those RBIs early.
Yep.
He slowed down a little bit.
Look at Mattingly. He's still trying to get comfortable at the plate. That pitch was inside. Umpire's been giving him, and Bill said to the pitcher a lot. That one was way inside.
2 balls, 2 strikes on Mattingly. Looks like he wants his pitch inside, too.
Yep. It was way
And
inside.
it's 3 and 2. We're tied at 3, playing the top of the 5th. Go ahead and run at third base. Now the Mariners will bring their infield in on a 3-2 pitch to Mattingly.
I like this. Good. Good managing.
Foul down the left side. That's into the Yankee end, over the Yankee bullpen. Kicked back out. But the count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes on Don Mattingly.
Yeah, they were lucky last time pitching him. I can't believe they're pitching him again. Oh,
And that's ball 4. Trying to get him to go after a bad pitch inside, and Mattingly walks. See, that's only the second walk given up by Mike Moore. He has struck out 3 so far. And with runners at first and third and 1 away, the batter is Dan Pasqua, who was singled and bounced to first. Now, Minnesota beat Boston 10-8. Herb Beck hit a home run in the 10th inning of that ball game.
Boston had scored 7 runs in 1 inning to tie that score up at one point.
Here's Pasqua, a chance to put the Yankees ahead. Moore still trying to get the ball on the inside part of the plate. Missing. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Is his top button unbuttoned white?
Who?
Pasqua.
Yes, I believe
Okay.
so. Why?
Well, I want him to unbutton it. Oh, it is. And really have a rip.
I wanted to make contact somewhere.
Yes, well,
2-0.
something the Yankee players have done seems like forever, and it is.
Every player has done it forever.
Every player?
Yeah.
What about those new silly uniforms they got that you slip over the top with no buttons white?
Not too many teams have those
Okay,
anymore.
all right. All right.
And that is gone. Well over the 410-foot bar. And the Yankees now lead 6-3.
And fans, you know what happens every time a Yankee hits a home run. Hey, Dan Pasqua, this bug's for you. That's just what I wanted. I think I'll go now.
Well, for Pasqua, that's his 3rd home run of the year and his 8th, 9th, and 10th runs batted in. And the Yankees now lead by 3. Well, the Yankees happy on that bench. Here it is again.
Little slider, it looks like. Yep, and he went down and got it. And boy, I tell you, there's no park can hold Pasqua when he makes contact.
Hit high over that 410 mark in straightaway center field.
Yes, it really did. Ooh.
That'll bring up Dave Winfield, and we'll also get some of the Mariner relief pitchers up and throwing. Winfield fouls it back for a strike. A left-hander and a right-hander throwing out there. Clark is a left-hander.
31 and 37. Seven is Clark, and 31 is Jerry Reed.
0-2 on Winfield. Dave has singled in 2 runs, and he struck out. He's playing in his 2000th game. Bill mentioned that earlier. He now has 7 home runs, 26 runs batted in this year. Gary Ward has 29 runs batted in. Don Mattingly, 31. Wide, 1-2. On air again Wednesday from Oakland. Chance to see Reggie Jackson.
Oh, yes.
Two and 2 on Winfield. Well, I don't think that Mr. Moore is getting that inside pitch anymore. He took a long look at John Shulock after that pitch missed.
And Howard and Williams a little upset. That's what happens when you get a few of those calls and then you don't get them.
Oh, struck him out. Ball going down and in. Winfield strikes out for the second time. 4th strikeout for Mike Moore, and there are 2 outs. Gary Ward has grounded into a double play and struck out. He's 0 for 2. Yankees leading 6-3. We're the top half of the 5th inning. A 3-run home run by Dan Pasqua. That might be trouble, and it will be trouble. It'll be a base hit. He'll let it roll, thinking it might roll foul, but Presley gloves it, and Gary Ward has an infield hit.
Look, he's laughing. He's got his head down. You got to take those.
And here's Mike Pagliarulo, who has doubled and bounced out 1 for 2 in the game.
Now, Fags is a little patient. Make believe it's batting practice, like he was hitting them all over.
Right back up the middle, and Quinones' aerial touch up at second base, and that'll retire the side. But the Yankees score 3 runs on 3 base hits. They leave 1 man on base. And at the end of 4.5 innings of play, the Yankees lead Seattle 6-3.
All right, now Nigro's got himself a 3-run lead. See if he throws a few more fastballs here. Doing a good job with it, White.
Well, he's come back. He has struck out 5 so far in the ball game. And I think that little visit that Piniella made to the mound might have gotten results.
I think it did.
There's Mike Kingery, who was struck out and flied to left. He's 0 for 2. He'll be followed by Ken Phelps and then Jim Presley. Bottom of the 5th, and the Yankees lead 6-3. Ball 1. Kingery coming to the Mariners from the Kansas City Royals. The deal that sent Danny Tarnable to the Royals. Nice hop for Randolph at second base. 1 away.
Well, he had a good cut at that ball and hit it right on the nose, but right at Willie.
I'll bring up Ken Phelps, the designated hitter, who's been up twice and walked both times, so he hasn't been at bat officially yet. Niekro pitching around Phelps, who can really hurt you. He has a dozen home runs. That's tops in the American League. Ball 1.
Ron's been hit all over the thumb and that glove with that knuckleball today.
Well, Billy made a statement that I sometimes wondered about. How, or maybe you made it, how the knuckleball would move indoors when you don't have that much of an air current.
It's moving better than any he's thrown this year. I don't know whether he's got as good control, but maybe it's breaking too much for him. Certainly is for Cerrone. Although the hitters didn't find it too bad in the early going.
1 ball, 1 strike on Ken Phelps. There was some talk a year ago or so that the Yankees were trying to get Phelps. Wanted his left-handed power in the stadium. 1 ball, 1 strike on the left-handed hitter.
Those rumors sure drive some ball players daffy. I know you look at Pinella and Stump Merrill.
Well, we were in Jay Ward, the batting coach over there next to Pinella. We're in Chicago, and we're talking about Ozzie Guillen.
Yeah, and how about Hasse? He'd hear his name and his ears would perk up. He's dying to come back to New York. He loves it there.
Well, he had some good years there, especially with Lou Pinella helping him with his hitting. That'll be out of play. No chance for Cerrone. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Ken Phelps. Joe Niekro trying to even his record out at 2 wins and 2 losses. This is his 5th start of the year. Nice bouncer from Mattingly, and he'll take it himself. And they're 2 outs. Jim Presley, the third baseman, single to center, driving in a run in the 1st inning, then walked in the 3rd. Yankees 6 runs, 9 hits. The Mariners 3 runs on 5 base hits. So right one on Presley. Oh, Ron Guidry scheduled a pitch at Columbus on Monday, huh?
Right.
That's tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
I think that might be his last stint there, and maybe sometime next week he'll be called up, or what?
Oh, I would think so. I thought maybe they'd call him up before that stint in Columbus and they'd let him get his work in up here. He's done very well, but they got to call him up because we mentioned early on in the show that the middle relief pitching hasn't been that sharp so far this year.
No balls and 2 strikes on Presley.
Dwight Gooden's also having good outings. He's got 1 more to go, and he's already been penciled in for his first start. I think June the 5th.
A bit high, a ball and 2 strikes. Got him, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number 6 for Joe Niekro. We have played 5 here in the Kingdome, and the Yankees lead Seattle 6-3. Rick Cerrone leading off for the Yankees here in the 6th, and the count is now 2 balls, no strikes. The Yankees lead 6-3 over Seattle. Cerrone has been up twice. He's bounced back to the mound and grounded to short, 0 for 2. It'll be Cerrone, Tollison, and then Claudell Washington against Mike Moore. 3-0. Once again, Dick Williams has double-barreled action in the bullpen. They were up and throwing before Moore went out. Same 2 people, Scooter.
Same 2.
Clark and Reed.
Okay.
Ball 4. Lost him on 4 pitches.
Nope, and here he comes. No sooner said than Dick Williams steps out of the dugout. And he has seen enough. That's
He wants a left-hander.
an angry walk of a manager. Stan Clark. And while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message. Well, there's a new pitcher, Stan Clark. And though he hasn't pitched too much, he's been very effective. He's won 2, lost none, earned run average 1.80.
Well, they got him out of the Toronto Blue Jay farm system. So Clark will be pitching to Wayne Tollison with Cerrone at first. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Top of the 6th, the Yankees lead 6-3. Tollison has struck out and hit a looper to the shortstop Quinones. Ball 1. By the way, Moore went 5 innings plus the 1 batter here in the 6th. He gave up the 6 runs on 9 hits, walked 4, struck out 4, and Cerrone is also Moore's responsibility should he score. Or should anybody replace Cerrone on the base pass, that would still be the responsibility of Moore. Moses in center field for the first out. Cerrone holding at first base. That'll bring up Claudell Washington. Washington is lined to right field, and he's doubled to right, driving in a run in the 2nd inning, and doubled to right again in the 5th and scored when Mattingly hit his 3-run home run. Difference in the ball game so far. Don Mattingly's 5th inning 3-run home run. Dave Winfield drove in the Yankees' first 2 runs in the 1st inning with a single. No balls, a strike on Claudell Washington. One and one. Ricky Henderson on the Yankee bench and can be used. Often see a right-handed thrower and left-handed batter. Like Davis at first base.
Oh, no, that's right. You really don't.
Or
No,
the
wait
other way
a minute.
around.
The other way around,
The other way
White.
around. Right.
I'm confused enough
Left-handed
with the
thrower,
3.
right-handed.
Right. There are a
batter.
couple of them, not many. Oh, Oakland shut out Toronto 3-0. Wait for the Yankees there.
Milwaukee also lost. Yankees have a chance to go 2 up.
Some scores. I see the Mets won their ball game. Hit David Cohn, the young one again.
2-2 on Claudell Washington. Base hit left field. And Cerrone will hold at second base, so Claudell Washington picks up his 3rd hit. He's 3 for 4 in the leadoff spot. Yankees' 10th hit off Seattle Mariner pitching. And with runners at first and second and 1 away, we'll get Willie Randolph.
I tell you, that good bit of hitting by Claudell Washington. Looked like the pitch was inside, and yet he tried to go that way, and he did. Slapped it right in the hole.
Randolph has walked and scored, single to deep short, and sacrifice, so he's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Or 1 for 1 in the game. That's right, a walk and a sacrifice and a base hit. 1 ball, no strikes on the Yankee catcher. Two and oh. Has anybody ever hit a ball in that battleship out there.
They should knock that cannon out. That really scares you when you least expect it.
The right field, Kingery digging into the corner. Cerrone will tag at second. And he'll go on to third. Kingery's throw will be into the infield with the shortstop Quinones. So the Yankees now runners at first and third with 2 outs. The batter will be Don Mattingly.
And Valley's looking in the dugout, see if they're going to walk Mattingly this time.
There's that chip out there in center field.
Yeah, I'd say when that cannon goes off,
Well,
it is
when
loud.
the cannon goes off, the opposing pitcher knows he's done made a mistake.
Yes, a home run, right. But
Look at there.
it's so loud, and you don't...
Remember a few years ago we were in Shea and they had those cannons out in center field and set the ballpark on fire, the wall there.
Knock the walls out.
Don Mattingly is single, fly deep to right, and walked and scored. Like he singled and scored also, so he scored a couple of runs. And it's ball run. Yankees trying to put some more runs on the board against Stan Clark in relief of Mike Moore. For 1-1.
Dick Williams, he's going right after Mattingly. Anytime Don's been up, they've been men on scoring position. Walked by Frank Howard.
Some years Howard weighed more than he hit.
That's true. He was up to 300 pounds, I know, or more.
6'8". Played basketball at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Something there. There's big Frank Howard. 3 balls and a strike on Don Mattingly, as Clark has missed now with 2 straight breaking balls.
That's what Don was doing early on, why he was in a slump. He had men in scoring position. He'd be swinging at that bad pitch.
Runners going. It's ball 4.
Ball four. Wait a minute, hold the phone there. Yeah, look at they were coming off the field.
Well, Cerrone started to come on in. Now he stops. Home plate umpire John Chulak wisely called time. That's ball 4. Mattingly walks, and forget about that play down at second base. The bases are loaded with 2 outs.
Quinones here, when it's ball 4, could have been charged with an error after he makes the tag. He's definitely out, but then he rolled the ball towards the mound.
There's some Yankee fans.
Hey, all right. Not too many up here. Hey, White, I met a lot of people in the hotel. I couldn't believe it. They recognized me, and you know why? Because they got the dish out here in a little town named Yakima. Quite a ways in a little bitty town, and they watched all the Yankee games on picks.
Well, here's Dan Fosco. Of course, they haven't seen you too often this year.
No, they haven't.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. 1-1. Looks like Pinella's going to see what Fosco does here against a left-hander. He hit a 3-run home run in the 5th inning. Last inning to give the Yankees their 6-3 lead. He's getting a chance here once again. Now, this time with the bases loaded. And 2 away against the left-hander.
Ooh, you got to be ready. You're not going to see many of them from a left-hander.
1-2.
You got to be guessing. Shaved his mustache off, didn't he?
Didn't have a mustache, did he?
Yeah, he was growing a mustache.
Growing one.
He was growing one.
2-2. Ball 3. No place to put Fosco without forcing in a run. Well, Stan Clark in danger now of, if he does walk Fosco, he might come out because Dave Winfield is next. Look at Dick Williams. And he caught looking at breaking the ball, 3-2 curveball. No runs, a base hit. Yankees lead 3. Bottom of the 6th coming up. The Yankees 6, the Mariners 3. It's 6-3. Yankees. Somebody's down there. Is that a Yankee fan?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. I bet it's an actor who's a Yankee fan. That's not Ed Marinaro, is it, from here?
Marinello's from back east.
What?
Didn't you go to Cornell?
Oh, yeah, but he's a movie star now, and he might be up here on location. I don't know.
I think he's writing a letter to somebody.
No, it's not Marinaro. Could be a scout or something, huh?
It's probably one of the Seattle Seahawk football players who comes from back east, and he's a Yankee fan. Who is that?
Wait a minute. L.A. Law. See, I told you he was an actor. Ooh,
What's
that's a
that?
great show, L.A. Law. That's one of those new detective series. Lawyers, all right, lawyers. L.A. Law. That's actually
Go down and get his autograph. Alvin Davis leads off against Joe Niekro, playing in the 6th. Yankees leading by 3, and that's the ball. You know any movie people?
Like what? What do you mean?
Movie stars. Huh?
I have met movie stars in my day. Yes, why?
Who?
Frank Sinatra.
Okay.
Not too shabby, right?
He's a singer.
But he's a movie actor, too. Ooh, look at that guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I said with the Yankee jacket on first, I thought
He's probably from Brooklyn. Popped out left side. Collison coming over along with Pasqua. Pasqua takes charge of left field, and there's one away. Davis now 1 for 2 in the game. Sinatra and who else?
Well, wait a minute. I played golf with, start with the old timers. With Fred McMurray, Ray Bolger. And then as we come up, Dean Martin. That's when the Rat Pack, when Sinatra had that Rat Pack with Sammy Davis and Dean Martin and Joey Bishop.
This is Dave Valley from Bayside on Long Island.
Why do you want to know? Buddy Hackett, all the comedians I know.
Well, I just figured you're a famous
no.
fella, and that you know the guys would be asking you for your autograph.
Oh, no. No, White, no.
Popped up. Up behind second base, Collison. Randolph, I don't think, saw the ball.
He was coming in, the ball was back over his head.
2 outs.
And you know, Nico's doing this on fastballs mostly right now.
You never played in Los Angeles?
No.
Against the Dodgers?
No. Oh, I bet you see a ton of them there, huh?
Yeah. They had nothing else to do, I guess. Quinones. Ray Quinones, the shortstop, is 0 for 2 against Niekro. Yankees are leading by a score of 6-3 in the bottom of the 6th. 2 outs, nobody on for Seattle. I'll bet you Martin knows a lot of actors.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Good fastball. 2 strikes.
Maybe not as many as Lasorda, but a lot, he knows. I think Lasorda's dying to be a movie star.
Somebody wants to know, did you know Mae West?
I liked her. But, no, I did not meet Mae West.
No, was she a good actress?
Yeah, she was.
Come on.
She was underrated. I'm telling you, she was very, very good. She and W.C. Fields.
Oh, he gets on Philadelphia all the time. 2 strikes on Ray Quinones. Valley Rulo at third. And the side is retired. And at the end of 6 on the Pepsi scoreboard, the Yankees 6, the Mariners 3. New pitcher for Seattle in the 7th inning. It's Jerry Reed. He becomes the 3rd pitcher used by Dick Williams. Mike Moore started. Stan Clark came on in the 6th and retired the side. Now we've got right-hander Jerry Reed.
He's got no record.
He's going to pitch to Winfield, Ward, and Valley Rulo.
All right, William. Winfield has singled and struck out twice. And we are rejoined by Park Avenue kid Billy Martin, who will be going back home, see his mom in Oakland.
That's right. Excited about it.
When you were managing the Yankees, she was at almost all the games.
Yeah, she'll be out there again. She wears her Yankee earrings and the Yankee jacket. And she sits right over her dugout, and she really loves it.
If they get a shutout, it just went over his head and hit the wall and bounced back. Look, you see him? He pointed to the spot. Top of the 7th, Yanks lead 6-3. Pitch there, just a little out in front, missed it by the end of the bat. 0-2.
Where did Reed come from? I don't know too much about this one.
Whoop, struck him out, and Winfield tipped the ball, but he's out. It's tricky, but he's out. Bill White's going to let us know all about Mr. Reed.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
He made a good pitch right there. Break the ball out of the strike zone.
The same kid who was with Cleveland before.
Oh, that's right, yep.
He came out of the Philadelphia system, pitched some with Phillies, and then with Cleveland in 1982 and 83, parts of 85, and pitched some with Seattle last year.
All right, Gary Ward has hit into a double play, struck out and had an infield hit, and Lyons won his center field, coming on fast. Moses can't get it. And Ward will be in with a double. That's that big swing and ball off the end of the bat. Center fielder goes back one step and then can't quite come in and make it.
Well, Moses seems to be having some problems at picking up the ball in center field.
I think he lost that ball, Bill.
Right off the end of the bat.
Kind of butchered a little bit, too.
He had problems with Dan Pospa's ball in the first inning.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't really aggressive. Though a run didn't score, that loaded the bases up and set the stage for Winfield's 2-run single.
All right, here's Pags. Doubled and scored, bounced to second and bounced to short. Strike one. Everybody thinks Stump is hurt when he wears one of the shin guards that a player takes off to run down the first. It looks like he's got a cast on his arm.
It sure does. Stump's a jogger, you know. Gets up early in the morning.
No kidding?
Oh, yeah, he's a big jogger. I saw him all around Detroit one day.
Really?
Yeah.
Hasn't helped that body too much.
No.
Oh, pitch was down and in. He's out of there. I thought he caught that with his body. Let's see.
No, he got in the glove. It looked like he might have. No, he caught it cleanly.
He did, yep.
My ex-pitching coach, Art Fowler, said something about joggers, and I agree with him. They're going to die tired.
I tell you, they all look like they're in agony. I know.
They're going to die very tired.
Art Cerrone is into the box, bounces short, and walked. And loops one to right field, and he got a late start on that, but he comes in to make the catch. Kingery. So no runs are hit, no errors. A man left into 6.5. Yankees 6 and the Mariners 3. Quick reminder that tickets for all Yankee home games are on sale at the stadium's advanced ticket window 7 days a week from 9 to 5. All right, Billy Martin and Scooter back here at the Kingdome in Seattle. I tell you, Mount Rainier and the foliage are the only beautiful things here in Seattle.
It's a beautiful town.
It certainly is.
It really is. Everything's pretty up here.
Everything's always green, they tell her. They do get a lot of rain. I mean, all right, here's Harold Reynolds, who lined to first and popped to first, trying to bunt, and pops this one to first again. Mattingly, this time in foul territory, calling and makes the catch. So he's got a magnet for Mr. Reynolds 3 times. He's flied to Mattingly.
Hey, Phil, how about that Milwaukee Ball Club? Isn't this something?
You know, it's hard to explain. If you remember, Billy, you and I were on a club where we have set the record for the most consecutive wins.
That's correct.
The Yankees. And then we turned around. I think we lost something like 12 or 13. What was it?
8 straight.
8, was it?
Yeah. That's when Casey was the nicest.
Yeah.
When we were losing.
He was unusual that way.
Yes.
High fly to fairly deep center, but turning around, getting under it is Claudell Washington, and there are 2 outs.
I got a kick out of the quote from the manager from Milwaukee, where he said, managing a baseball team is just like teaching school. I wonder if he ever had 11 days off.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah.
What was that, when he was winning, you mean?
Yeah, when he's winning. Now he's 0 for 11. I wonder if he had 11 days off when he's teaching.
Well, they're a little disappointed in the attendance, even though it's 32,832. They expected close to 50 today after the success they had last night. There's a strike to Phil Bradley. But the 3 games drew over 100,000, 103,325.
That helps them a lot, Phil.
Yeah, oh.
They can't believe so far that they're that good. Maybe that's the reason why the fans aren't.
Fans aren't quite sure. That's right. But there's talk about them wanting to move out. Get a new stadium built.
Well, they should have never caged them in to begin with, because they have tough winters up here with the rain and everything else. But this is a good sports area. But they have lots. The Sonics are doing well now. They have a soccer team over in Tacoma is doing well. So a lot of things are happening.
The Seahawks doing very well.
Yes, they are.
Oh, went fishing for the knuckleball and struck him out. So Nico has now retired 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 in a row. And at the end of 7, it's the Yankees 6 and the Mariners 3.
Well, our next TV game will be on Wednesday, 10:30 New York time. It'll be Charlie Hudson against Moose Haas, and we'll have it for you. Scooter?
All right, on the first pitch, Tolleson hits one deep to left and back on the warning track. Good foul by Tolleson, who got his first home of the year here the first night here. 1 away, and Wayne 0 for 4 now on the day.
Is that correct? That his first home run, he hits a home run every 600 times at bat?
That's worse than me. And now what are we waiting? What are we waiting for?
Claudell Washington.
He's had a day. Line to right, double to right twice, and single to left. He's driven in a run and scored a run.
And he'll be going back home to Oakland.
Oh, yes, right.
Went to Berkeley High School, a Yellow Jacket.
All right, Claudell now is up his average to 310, and high fly to left. And Phil Bradley puts it away, 2 men out.
Well, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and WPIX, and is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any publication, reproduction, retransmission, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game or any segment without the express written consent of the Yankees is prohibited.
All right. A few extresses in there.
I like that.
At Hiram, they do that, Billy. That's out in Ohio.
Lighting.
That was very well done. And I like those little peepers he wears when he does it.
Willie Randolph has walked, single, sacrifice, and fly to right. And the count is 1-1 with 2 men out. So Jerry Reed has come on and done a fine job here. Off the glove, Valley, and back to the screen. So all 6 runs were charged to Mike Moore, who started the game for Seattle with the first 5 innings. And fouled back 2-2.
Well, they had a good rip at that ball. 293.
Pretty consistent, solid year.
As steady as they come.
Yep. Laid off. Remember before you were saying, excuse me for interrupting, but that you said a great job of pitching when they struck Winfield out. He kept going lower and lower, and he kept chasing and chasing.
Well, you'd like to see a pitcher do that, you know, instead of going back and try to establish another pitch.
Right. Oh, man, I tell you, Willie, of course, he's the captain. He got away with 1 error. The fans are really booing us. First walk given up by Reed. And with 2 out, here's Don Mattingly, who has walked twice, singled, and flied to right.
And Don looks like he's coming into his own again. He's starting to swing the bat with authority, and it's nice to see because, you know, he was a little frustrated there for a while, but he's a pro.
Oh, yes. And he's not swinging at that bad pitch.
He's changed his stance a little bit. He got a little open stance now.
Looks much more comfortable. And that pitch was worse than the one that Randolph took for ball 4.
No, he's trying to make up for it, I guess. I don't know.
There we get a look at the...
Look at that open stance now. See,
Yeah.
the right foot is towards first base a little bit more. Let's see how he strides. That should be interesting. Whether he strides into the ball or pulls away.
Willie got a big lead there. I don't want to see him get picked up. I want to see Mattingly get a chance to swing here.
How many times have you ever told just to get on the base for the big hitters?
Oh, yeah. Always. Oh, he couldn't lay off. Tried to hold up, couldn't do it. 0-2. That's the first bad pitch he swung at today.
Kind of a check swing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Good pitch by Reed. Yep, he saw it start going down, tried to hold up, couldn't do it. Now, this is a test. See if it comes low again, like he did with Winfield.
Well, this is the count that the pitcher likes to work around the hitter with, like maybe busting back or go low away. I'd go after the same pitch that he just swung right at, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Willie might try and steal, and if he's thrown out, then Mattingly starts fresh next inning, but...
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
Jesus, Rizzuto's getting pretty sharp here.
Well, you know, we get a lot of days off. I got a chance to study the game. Before, we used to work every day, and it was hard. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. There he goes, and look at that. Holy cow. Right through the vacated spot. Mattingly has certainly. Now everything's going his way, Billy.
Well, that's the way it goes. Sometimes when you're hitting line drives or at somebody, and then all of a sudden you hit a couple of bloopers, they fall in, or check swing, you fall in, and you pop a home run, and here you are back on the trail again.
Well, he ought to take Randolph out to dinner tonight, White, right?
Yeah, he got Quinones all the way over there covering second base, waiting for the ball from the catcher, and Mattingly hits the ball right through the vacated spot.
Would have been an easy out. So Mattingly gets 2 more. So he's had, what, 2 hits, at least 2 hits in every game in this series. And now Pasqua singled, bounced to first, homered, deep over the center field fence and struck out. Ball 1.
Well, again, you know, the shortstop should be playing the hitter instead of the runner. By playing the runner, he left himself wide open, which is very a real
I don't
bad
like
mistake.
that. I have said that all along.
You can practice in batting practice. You know, by letting the ball go by the hitter, then break.
You're right. Well, that's what Joe McCarthy taught. It's his style. Manager. 2 out. Pinella just picked up something that was thrown in by the umpire.
I'm surprised the umpire found that.
Outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Is that McCoy at second base? The umpire?
No, Dale Ford.
Dale Ford. Oh.
And now it looks like whoever's throwing this stuff out from the stands, plate umpire just picked up something. Whatever it seems like a piece of metal and round.
That's terrible. I hate to see that.
Yeah. There's Dale Ford.
There's Dale Ford. Yeah, him and I have 2 run-ins still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's not an umpire alive if you haven't had a run.
No, that's not true, Bill. That's not true. I've got a lot of good friends that are umpires, but Mr. Ford and I just didn't seem to understand the right things we're looking at.
Maybe Ford didn't like you helping him with his job.
Ball 4.
Huh?
Well, he found out I was from Northern California. He's from the South, see, so we did have a problem there.
All right, meanwhile, the bases are loaded with 2 out. And Dave Winfield. Now, Winfield has struck out his last 3 times. That's very unusual. He singled his first time up to drive in 2. Then struck out the next 3 times. So he's got a chance here now to pick up some more RBIs. And this game is not out of the woods yet.
You know, Phil, they have all these stats. You always wonder when a guy's batting with bases loaded, 2 men on all the time, and then he drives in 90, 100 runs. You wonder how many runs he should have drove in.
Oh, yes. They don't keep a stat on that.
They keep percentages.
Percentage, yeah. Hitting with men on base, yes.
But they don't keep percentage of hitting with men on base when the score, where you're down 9 runs or you're ahead 9
Oh,
runs.
yes, that's right. Inside, 2-0.
There is a little different pressure on you at the plate when
Oh,
you're
yeah.
down.
No, Reed's talking to himself.
What is he?
Talking to himself. He's talking to himself. I didn't know how to phrase it correctly.
That sounds pretty good there.
Dave now. Takes him a while to get set. If he doesn't get set just right, he's got new wristbands. Look at there.
You know, you don't have them on so you can lose your hands.
Low, 3-0. So Pottsville got the green light on 3-0. I'm sure Winfield will get the green light on 3-0.
Wait a minute. The base is loaded now.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I think I'd put the takes on it.
I think
Boy,
so.
you 2 guys are plotting against me. All the other times they say, let him swing. I say take, you say,
Yeah,
let
but
him.
you got the bases loaded here. Ball, bad pitch. You're going to get a run.
Okay. You, Huckleberry, he could have hit that out of the park.
Could've
And
popped
right,
up, too.
even though it's an enclosed stadium, he could have hit it out of here. All right, 3-1.
That's what makes this game so great.
He's got to come right down the middle. There it is. Oh, back 3-2. One of those things Dick Williams flips in his mouth all the time. Seeds. Look at him.
It's what are those,
Sunflower seeds.
Yeah. Oh, they are. They could be, because look how his mustache is turned white.
But look at that.
Oh, very sloppy.
Yes, very. At least it's better than tobacco all over the front of your shirt like the sorter. He's a bad spitter of tobacco. The runners go. And he popped it up. He threw him a slider on 3-2, and Reynolds, the second baseman, makes the catch. And another opportunity. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 3 men left. And at the end of 7½, it's the Yankees 6 and the Mariners 3. All right, we're ready to go. That's something for Billy Martin to explain, that lineup card on the wall of the dugout. You know, all I would do is look to see if my name was in the starting lineup. But now they're right there. Now, what are all those other names down there?
That's the players on the other team and the players you have on the bench when you cross one out, when you use them as a pinch hitter, whatever it may be, or a runner, whatever it may be. And it's nice. You have it right behind you. You don't have to go look in your pocket and look at the thing.
All right. There it is. Oh, that's a big one. It's not the little bitty card that you know.
No, it's a big one. I used to have them a little bigger than that because I didn't like to wear glasses down there.
All right, Mike Kingery, the batter. Negro's been in there all the way. Remember, he's retired 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 in a row. There's a strike. Kingery 0 for 3. You know, maybe Lou Piniella has shown. There he is, Martin.
Yep, the Wags is up.
Yep. I was starting to say maybe Piniella has taught Negro something when he went out for that talk right after he threw so many more fastballs and mixed them up with his knuckle instead of every pitch knuckle, knuckle, knuckle.
I think what Lou said was get ahead of the hitters. You're behind everybody, and you're going to be in trouble when you do that. The knuckleball pitcher has to get ahead of the hitters.
Right. Now, high fly. That's a can of corn here.
That's a right turn, Phil.
Right.
In this park here, it's a left turn.
All right, let's pause 10 seconds along the Yankee Baseball Network for station identification. Phelps, and now Niekro wants to talk with Cerrone.
Now you have a player like Kenny here. Phelps was hitting us real good, and you're 3 runs ahead. This is a time to give his attention. But the fact you don't like him to dig it on you.
No, you shouldn't do that.
I don't do that anymore, Bill, but I mean...
Let him be comfortable.
Phelps has walked twice, scored once, and bounced to first base.
I mean, you get all those big salaries, you got to play hardball.
Well, he didn't do it that time. He hit the outside corner with the strike.
Amazing how that ball can slip once in a while.
Yep, knuckleball, 1-1.
That beautiful thing called fear does change certain hitters.
A lot of them,
Your heart says yes, and your hiney says no.
Whoop!
I got that one, Phil. Just
A little more. One ball, 2 strikes. That was a little fear, right? She got scared with that foul ball, Martin.
Her hair went straight up, didn't it?
Yep. First time I've ever heard the word fear used with beautiful. 2-2.
Well, fear is beautiful if it works for you.
Oh. 1 out, nobody on. Yanks lead 6-3 here in the bottom of the 8th.
You got to live with it, though.
Oh, yeah. 3-2. How many strikeouts you got for Niekro?
7. That's a career high. Yankee.
Is it?
High for him, yep.
Apparently,
Doesn't seem
Hoyt
right.
Wilhelm really helped him out.
Oh, yeah. He definitely. And he lost him. He was ahead of him 0-2. That's the 3rd time he's walked Phelps. And the 5th walk.
You know, Niekro's looking at the
Dugout,
dugout for some reason. Maybe he has run out of gas. After he threw that last pitch, he kept looking into the Yankee dugout. Now Palirulo is going to.
Yeah, I think he's coming up because remember he cut the beginning. He came out, asked Cerrone to come out and talk to him.
I think he is out of gas, Phil, but I think right now what going through Lou's mind is they got a left-handed hitter coming up next, and if we have to go one more batter, I'll go one more batter with him with the right-hand pitcher and this right-hand hitter.
Oh, see, all right. Managers think alike, and you're absolutely right. It looked like Lou was leaning to step out, but he went back. All right, here's Presley's single to drive in a run, scored, walked, and struck out. Strike 1.
This is a big batter for Joe right now.
You think he'll be out regardless?
I would think so.
Yeah, it looks so.
I'd just take a guess at that, yeah.
After he looked over at the bench for a long time.
Yeah, that would get my attention about something there.
Nothing in 2.
They don't look at you because you're pretty.
You think they're saying, come get me?
Please. And I'll walk up very proudly. And he should, because he's pitched a fine ball.
Yes, he has. After really being in trouble in the first 2 innings. First 3 innings. Nothing in 2 with 1 out. Really sailed up and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Rick Cerrone will sleep well tonight because he's had a good workout today. He may stay up here and box some cherries. Apples.
Inside again, 2-2.
You know, I don't care how good of a catcher you are. When you're catching a knuckleball pitcher, it makes you look like you're helpless back there.
Yeah. Who was it, though? There was one catcher did an outstanding job.
Your buddy, Clint Courtney.
He did.
No, he did do a good job.
Yes, he did.
He did, really. Got him.
All right.
a big out right there.
That's 8 strikeouts for Ricky Necron. Here comes Sweet Louie, and the Park Avenue kid was right, White.
Yes, looks like that's going to be it for Niekro. Righetti's been up throwing quite a while. He's ready. And I think Joe just told Strone maybe that I just run out of gas.
Very possible. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this game.
You know, before, well, of course, Billy, sometimes a manager, a pitcher will come and tell you, hey, you know, I'm getting a little tired and running into problems. You better come get me.
You always like that.
Wait a minute. Look at this.
You always like that, Bill. I think Whitey Ford was the best example for that. He just let the manager know, I'm out of gas, pal. You better get me out of there. And I think that helps the ball club in the long run.
But this, he messed up my scorecard now. I put Righetti's name down.
You should
Took Niekro out.
Use pencil instead of ink.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Isn't that what Red Barber said? Have enough pencil ready.
He did. Alvin Davis, walk, single, fly to left. So I got crossed up.
Well, I kind of thought along with you, Phil. I thought he was going to yank it.
I don't want to see Davis hit one out now. The whole dugout will be wrecked. Ball 1.
And the spook. That's a great thing about baseball. Everybody wants to be a manager.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful. I really do.
It is. It's good.
And they're not necessarily right all the time, but they're thinking right with you.
2 balls, no strikes.
Now this is a fastball situation that you don't like to see.
No, you don't, but it's got to be because you don't want to bring the potential tying run to the plate.
And then you'll have to switch to a left-hander to pitch a right-hander. Right in here.
Yep. Ball 3. Sometimes the best laid plans of mice and men. Look at there you are. And look, he gave Niekro his chance and just wanted him to throw strikes, and he hasn't done it. Still got a chance to do it. Ball 4. Here comes Stormin Piniella.
Well, you know, Phil, when I was managing an Army team, Fort Carson, Colorado, I had a shortstop. I went in from center. I was playing center field. Went in to make a decision. You know, yank the guy. He said, no, Billy, let him in. He's throwing the ball real well. Next pitch went for a home run. I said, that's the last time I'll ever change my mind.
Is that right? All right, while the pitching change is being made, let's take time out along the Yankee Baseball Network for the following message.
So Dave Righetti making his 16th relief appearance for the Yankees this year. He's won 2 games and lost 1, and he has 9 saves. He replaces Joe Niekro, who went 7 2/3, gave the Mariners 3 runs on 5 hits. He struck out 8 and walked 6, and so I think with those 6 walks, Scooter, and especially with the early trouble that Niekro had, we can see possibly why he ran out of gas.
Yep, a lot of pitches he threw in the ballgame. All right, Rags coming on now, and his kid Dave Valley, who doubled, he ripped a double. 1 hop against the left field wall to drive in 2 runs in the first inning. Struck out in the 3rd and popped to 2nd in the 6th. So he represents the potential tying run at the plate with 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th.
He's a free swinger, so he'll be looking at the fastball.
He gave him the slider. Bags. Throws him out. Now, Martin, you asked for a slider. He got it, and he got out of the inning. So, nothing across. And on the Dodge scoreboard at the end of 8, it's the Yankees 6 and the Mariners 3.
So Joe Niekro went 7 2/3, gave up 3 runs on 5 hits, struck out 8, walked 6. And, of course, he's a pitcher record as Righetti came on and jammed Dave Valley to get out number 3. So we're in the 9th, Scooter, and Gary Ward leads off.
All right, Gary Ward is 2 for 4. He hit into a double play, struck out, had an infield hit, and doubled to center field. Ward batting .302. Jerry Reed moves him back. Ball 1. Strike 1-1. This is a great part of the USA, White.
Excellent.
Oh, boy, I tell you, everything you want. Low. Oh, called it a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here, the mountains, trees, everything big. Green.
Pike Street Market.
That is outstanding. I never saw such beautiful vegetables, fish. Foul over our heads out of play.
Handcrafted things. A lot of fish there. Salmon,
Yep.
Dungeness crab, clams.
Inside, 2-2. Gateway to the Northwest. Alaska is a very popular place now for vacation. Popped him up, and it's playable. And the catcher, Valley, makes the catch, 1 man out. That'll bring up Pags, who doubled to right, bounced to second, bounced to short, and struck out. Ball 1. High with a slider, 2-0. Well, bounced up, hit the umpire in the arm, but
That's a pitch he's been having trouble with.
That's right.
Pitch down and in. He can't get the bat down. Looks like he's trying to swing the bat level down and in when he's got to uppercut the ball down in there.
Absolutely right.
Watch this now. He tries to get down and swing the bat level. Although he did uppercut a little bit, but he just can't reach that ball. There.
Yeah. And lines a base hit up the alley in left center. And he'll hold with a long single. Third hit off Jerry Reed. And the 13th for the Yankees. It brings up Rick Cerone. Rick's 0 for 3. Hit to the box, bounced to short, walked, and flied to right. Like to see an insurance run up there.
Better put on the hit and run then.
All right. I just went back to talk to Stump Merrill. Nope. I think Cerone thought it was on. He's disgusted. He went after a pitch low and outside, and then just.
Well, he's lucky it wasn't on because that Pallarula would have been thrown out.
Yeah, I know, but that's why he looked down. He went after a bad pitch, threw the bat at it, and just looked.
Well, somebody might have missed a sign.
Well, he tried to go to right that time, fouled it off 0-2. Goes to right, all right, and that's when Cerone was hitting real well. And Pags is going to third, makes it easily, and Cerone is on at first base. Really, when he had his good year, his first year with the Yankees, he got most of his hits right and right center.
Got a lot of key hits that way,
Right.
especially against Sparky Anderson and the Tigers.
That's right. He always used to load the bases for Cerone. And Sparky kept saying, I'd do it again, and he did it again, and he got hurt again. So, that insurance run might come along. Tolleson has struck out, popped to short, flying to center, flying to left. First and third, 1 out.
What do you think about Squeeze?
Yeah, I like it. I haven't had one in a long time. Right one.
Forget the Squeeze.
Why?
Strike, first pitch. Now they can pitch out a couple times.
Oh. Yeah, and Valley's looking in the dugout to see what Mr. Williams wants. He wants it inside. Or throw to first. Is that what that means?
Probably.
Uh-huh.
I didn't see it, though.
He was on the inside of the plate.
I mean, he's throwing inside.
That's what I thought. Outside.
On
Whoa.
the outside corner. Another strike.
What?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding.
No. It's called a strike.
Put the squeeze on now, 2 strikes.
Oh, come on.
Take him by surprise. Got him. Big strikeout for Reed. And Claudell Washington, who is 3 for 5, 2 doubles and a single. Flied to right and flied to left.
You know what would work now?
What? Double steal?
Delayed
Oh, yeah, I like that. I haven't seen that.
with Cerrone. Delay Cerrone,
Ages.
then starting.
That does that does fool a lot of Valley. A young kid might.
And also the shortstop and second baseman, they might be late covering.
Right.
Try to trick them.
All right. 1-0. Oh, do you like this? Claudell Washington. Oh, he is giving us a lesson in hitting, White.
That's his 4th base hit. 2 doubles and 2 singles in 6 at-bats.
Oh, I said beautifully he went with that. It was like a slider away, and he just ripped it.
That's that insurance run you were talking about.
All right. Leaves Seattle a winner. Willie Randolph now.
Wait a minute now. Remember what Yogi said.
Yeah, I said I would like to leave Seattle a winner. That's why I wanted the insurance run. There's a strike. Willie has walked twice, sacrificed, singled, and flied to right. 1 for 2. Want him on the count. Yankees now with 15 base hits. And that's fouled upstairs out of play. Oh, great catch by that youngster up there. Right there in the upper deck. He made a hero with his girlfriend. She's going for it too. How do you like that? One hand grab. Low and away, 2-2. Yankees have left a ton of men on base. And that's going to be trouble. Fair ball.
Get right on the line.
Oh, look at this. And he missed the cutoff man.
Oh, he opened. He didn't hustle.
He's hurt. That's right.
He's hurt.
He did not hustle, and he hit the knee of the catcher in the inside part of his thigh. You picked that up, White. This kid has got some great bounces off the wall.
Well, as you mentioned, he overthrew the cutoff man, but then behind him was the second baseman, and Claudell Washington didn't really hustle. He started up again, and he got blocked off from the home plate, and he got tagged. Now he's hurt. And I think you got to just keep running as hard as you can all the time. So at the end of 8.5 innings of play, the Yankees 8 and the Mariners 3. Well, there's Claudell Washington being helped off the field by Gene Monahan, the Yankee trainer, and a couple of teammates.
Yeah, you don't like to see anybody get hurt, but as you said, Bill, if he had been hustling, there'd been no collision. He'd have scored easily, and with 4 hits now, it looks quite serious. And let's hope it's not too serious. We're in the bottom of the 9th. The Yanks lead with those 2 big runs, 8-3. And it'll be Quinones, Reynolds, and Moses. And there's a strike. Forget he only threw one pitch when he came in to relieve Niekro. Got Valley to ground out. Strike.
This is a save situation for Dave Righetti.
That's right. By the way, that was a ball. I said strike.
That's all right.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Save here would give Righetti the lead.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, if he got off to a good start, he could really be way out. Aye, 2-2.
He hasn't done all that badly now.
Well, I mean, no, don't go by the record. He admits himself that he too many times came on, and, you know, it's a little deceiving at times with foul out of play when you don't. I know he's had like.
Well, let's see. He has had 13 save opportunities. He's picked up 9. This is his 14th, and he'll, if indeed the score holds, he'll be 10 of 14.
That's not bad. I mean, it's great, actually, but.
Some guys are having tough years. Don Ossie of Baltimore, Willie Hernandez of Detroit, Donnie
Is he
Moore,
one?
California, Rich Gossett of San Diego, and Roger McDowell of the Mets are not having the kind of years they had last year.
But that's because they were all hurt or injured, right?
Well, whatever the reason.
Oh.
No, Gossett has been on a DL, I believe. Moore had some shoulder problems last year. I think Hernandez had some, he got hurt, but he was also having trouble missing bats.
Yeah.
Ossie's been hurt.
And hit to short. Collison throws him out. You know something? I think that's the first chance Tollison's had all day, White.
Nope, he had it. Oh, let me see on the other side. Looking at the wrong side.
I don't see a 6 down here at all.
Popped the 6, Don Valley in the 6th. That's the first ground ball opportunity he's had.
Where? He popped his.
Don Valley, didn't he pop to?
Oh, you're right. He took the ball away from.
Took the ball behind second base.
Right. So you love to ruin my stories. Anyway, that's. See, it says that all those guys you mentioned having issues, they've all been hurt. That group you mentioned.
Don't get hurt.
Now here it says right here, White, in that same article.
What's it say?
It says, there is, however, a group of door closers who had at least 20 saves last year with no medical explanation for their struggles, and Dave Righetti is number 1.
Well, how can they say that? This is, he was 10 of
I don't know, but even Dave has mentioned the fact that he's upset the way he has pitched this year. Where is Righetti? Where is Righetti? Ground ball again at Tollison. So they're making up for it now.
Now, if he's had 14 opportunities prior to this, or actually 13 prior to this, he had 9 saves, 2 wins, and a loss. So he had, if you consider a save a decision, which I don't, then he had 13 decisions in the 14 times he's been out there.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. No,
so I don't think it's all that bad.
I don't either, but that threw me off, that column right there.
Don't read the paper.
Okay. Joe McCarthy used to tell us that, you know.
What?
Don't read the paper.
Yeah, but they wrote baseball then.
Yeah, I know it. They did, but he just said, don't read the paper. Just listen to me.
A lot of times I don't want to read to see those offers.
Well, that's true. That bothers hitters.
Sure it does.
2 balls, no strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the 9th, and the Yankees lead at 8-3. Right 2-1. So Moses. Switch hitter, hits pretty good right-handed. And lines one. Nice play by Willie Randolph. So Righetti retires all 4 men he faces. Nothing across the final score. The Yankees 8 and the Mariners 3.
Tell him we're switching cameras. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Well, a big win, Phil, for the Yankees here in the Kingdom as they beat the Mariners by a score of 8-3. And the score was tied 3-3 going into the 5th inning. And Mike Pasqua really, Dan Pasqua really came through with a big hit.
Let's take a look at that because he really unloads on this one. I mean, over the dead center field fence. And perfect timing just below the belt. And watch how high this hits on the wall in the back. Boom, just missed the cameraman out there in center field, so that was icing on the cake.
Well, that gave the Yankees their 6-3 lead, and then, of course, they went on into the 9th inning as we watch Pasqua come on here. And unfortunately, they had the collision on a Randolph double on the right field line. Claudell Washington slowed up a bit as he approached home plate because he saw the overthrow. And he slowed up. He thought he would score easily, but then the second baseman picked the ball up. That's Harold Reynolds threw home, and all of a sudden, the collision there at home plate, and Claudell had to be helped off the field. So we certainly hope that Claudell Washington will be all right after that collision there at home plate. And we'll be back with more right after this.